In this Beat the Meta video, I react to this very strange yellow flag penalty, and I also react to this absolutely insane overtake. Hello everyone, and welcome back to a Beat the Meta video where you can see we're in the Dodge VIPER Group 4 car. Yes, this is one of the most requested Beat the Metas I've had in quite some time, and I jumped in, and I also jumped past GT Slider there. So, if you are new to Beat the Meta, what is it? Why is it called this, the video series? Well, our goal is to beat the meta. The meta car is obviously the best car you can pick for that race. So, in this case, it's the Nissan SILVIA here in Group 4 as we head down towards the hairpin here. Everything getting very close very quickly as we go into the left-hander. So the whole idea here is I need to beat the SILVIA in the VIPER. We go past that McLaren there, and really frustrating for me, I get a yellow flag penalty because I apparently ignored it by just driving normally. Everybody else could pass it fine, and yet I couldn't. And you see my reaction down there in the bottom left. So yeah, this race already ruined as we go. So you're probably like, Tidge, why are you starting at the back then if you're trying to beat the meta? Well, our first race in Beat the Meta is always starting from the back to see if the car is even competitive. If the car isn't competitive, I can't really use it. So we go down the inside there. What a send that is! Down the inside we go of GT Slider rules, and we head back up to P15. So the rules of Beat the Meta are in the description, but I will just reference them quickly again here. There has to be at least one A+ driver for it to count in the race. I can take as many times as I like now in terms of the races. So I can do it 50, 100 times if I want to, but it's obviously until I get bored of it or whatever it might be, until I've stopped having fun essentially, because that is the goal here. And I can only use each car once, so you know, if I do it in the VIPER this time potentially, then it's done. Now, I don't always win in Beat the Meta. You know, some of the previous ones, I don't get first place, which means I do have to reuse that car. As we get a good run on Jimbo here, as we leave that corner, then going down the inside of Jimbo. And again, we start at the back in his first race, just to see if it's competitive and also see some of the strengths and weaknesses, which you're seeing right now. Fifth gear in that SILVIA is absolutely unbelievable, I tell you. Absolutely unbelievable there. As Jimbo got a bit of a bump draft as well as we head into the braking zone then. Oh, Jimbo sort of left the gap open there, so we go down the inside. We'll take that. Happy days. Oh, no, don't give me another one. Oh, my word. Does that count? I don't know. But that was a silly penalty before. No, we don't get one. Thank goodness for that. I mean, it's stupid. That penalty shouldn't exist. I have put that towards Gran Turismo again in the feedback group, that the yellow flag penalty should not exist. This is pointless in a video game, in my opinion. Some people have different opinions. That is fine. It is up to Gran Turismo to decide. For me, the yellow flag penalty only exists in real life because of safety concerns. And there's no safety concerns here in Gran Turismo. Anyway, we are keeping this position from Jimbo. We've got a bit of a bump draft there on the start-finish straight as we advance towards this long right-hander here at Deep Forest. And Borja Lopez there has obviously spun out or been spun out. I'm not too sure. But we'll take that. P12 after that silly penalty we got earlier on in the race. We'll take that in our first race. So, first race done. Where are we heading to next? That is the question. We are going to race 2. And we are starting down at the bottom there around the P10 area. There you can see here as we go in to the left-hander. Right in the thick of the action. I didn't show you all the rolling starts here because once you've seen one, you've seen them all basically. So, through the left we go then. Right behind the Italian here of Paolo. Paolo. But even so here, TRT Paolo, what can we do versus them? You can see, again, the fifth gear in the SILVIA, so strong here. And we know that from the previous Beat the Meta videos. They will be in the comments and the description now, hopefully. And you should have a playlist there as well. So, we catch up to Paolo very quickly. We seem to be very good on the brakes into this hairpin. Going to try around the outside. Is it going to work? Not quite. Oh, a bit of oversteer there on exit then. A lot of the front-engined rear-wheel drive cars are struggling with that power oversteer just due to the weight over those rear wheels. But even so, we're right behind the Italian here. Really close behind, hoping for a run. So there's that fifth gear, just the SILVIA streaking away. But when you get into the sixth gear range, it's where the VIPER starts coming to its own here and the SILVIA starts to struggle. So I'm going to look down the inside of the Italian then in towards turn 1. Oh my word, what's happening up here? There's everybody everywhere. They're 3 wide up ahead then as we go through the left-hander. The Italian does a lovely little cutback then. Is it going to work out? That is the question as we head up the hill then and in towards the right-hander, and they give that up, which can be a smart move, to be honest with you. If you don't know who you're racing and you're unsure and you're on the outside, sometimes it can be worthwhile just to back out of it and try another day. Oh, the French driver puts the British one into defense there. And, well, we're going to take that place then up into P8 we go. So up 2 positions in this race. We are showing the Viper is competitive, at least against the Silvia. We just have to try and make it work now and try and beat the meta. The whole point of the video series. As we look to that rear view mirror then, and it looks like somebody, the Ferrari there, got tagged by this Silvia. Not quite sure what happened there, but that gives us a big old gap behind and allows us to focus up ahead then. And the horn in the Silvia, please can we remove the horn as well? I hate the horn in this game. It really is annoying. As we continue on then towards the hairpin then. I'm pretty sure I saw somebody with a penalty. We did indeed. That's Josh there. And Josh actually goes left, does a bit of reactive defending now. I want to keep that in your mind there from the German. Now we're going to try around the outside. I thought I was actually going to hit them there, but I took avoiding action and then try around the outside. But we don't pull that off. So they're in the Red Bull Silvia. We'll keep an eye on that Silvia throughout this race, I will say that. But we're in the slipstream for now. 1.5 seconds off the lead. It's not too far away either here as we head on to lap number 3 in race 2 then. Can we beat the meta in the second race? Can we catch that 4.5 second gap? Now 4.3. It's coming down very quickly. Josh looking down the inside, then goes down the outside here. Definitely outbrakes himself there. The French driver looking to go on through. Slight tap between the two of them there as we continue on out of this corner. And I've got nowhere to go here. And with the bumper cam actually on the Viper, it's much further ahead than you realise. So, you know, I do there. It was a bump draft, even though it wasn't close. Now, these two are tagging each other along here. Josh gets another 0.5 penalty. Apologies, I'm losing my voice there. As we continue on out of this corner. Once again, trying around the outside here is Josh. Oh, still a tag between the two. I could see that he was about to hit the fence, so I'm trying around the outside here. And in we go. And then Josh just comes all the way across and pushes me out wide there. Really out wide as we then head towards this next corner. Now, Borgia there behind sends it down that inside. We give them space there and continue on out of the corner. Now, you're going to see me react to something here, and it's going to be a reaction to that penalty. Now, I thought that was the penalty was from Josh, but looking at it now, after editing the footage, I think it was more the fact that I gave Borgia space and I just went over that white line a bit too soon. Going to go towards that left-hand side. Josh, again, reactive defending while ghosted. Very bad driving there as we head into the braking zone. If you're ghosted, don't stay on your line. Let everybody else go around you where appropriate, and then when you're up to the same speed, then react accordingly. Doing late moves like that as you're ghosted, about to unghost, very dangerous, very bad driving that. So I would highly recommend you don't do that. Anyway, we're up to P7 here with that 0.5 penalty. Borgia going for it down my outside then. But remember, 5th gear in the Silvia is strong. 6th gear, not so much here. So we're actually going to level out there. You saw the run they did have. We're now going to be alongside each other, heading in towards turn number 1 here. We do get it stopped on the inside beautifully, and we're going to have to leave some space on the exit, which we do there. Very nice indeed. Brilliant racing there with you, Borgia, the Spaniard, as we then head in towards this right then, leaving space on that inside for them. Josh then trying it down the middle. I think there's a bit of rubbing there. What are you doing? I was driving like an absolute spanner, mate. So, well, there you go. You got my reaction there, driving like a spanner. I'm not sure it was as bad as I reacted at the time. Definitely a bit of rubbing there, and there was definitely always going to be contact if you make it 3 wide into that corner. But even so, we're going to head and take this penalty then, because those two did slow each other up quite massively. French driver up ahead also had a penalty. These two are going to go flying down. In fact, 3 cars there going down the inside, as we're now 3 wide into this corner. So we're going to have to take this very tight indeed. It's what I do. The Josh hits me again, pushes me into the other driver, and spins us both around. What's a muppet? I said there, what's a muppet? Yeah, he was driving just with no respect for anybody there at all. So, yeah, not a fan of Josh, to be honest with you. I think Josh has featured before for bad driving. I'm not too sure. I'll have to go back and check. Anyway, we advanced a bit further on. A different day now. 1:32.7 is my current fastest lap. Starting in P8 this time in race number 3. It's a different day, different top, as you can see in my live event t-shirt. Obviously, back in GT Sports, I literally went to the most live events you could go to in terms of GT Sports. Believe it or not, I think I was joint top there. So I achieved quite a lot in GT Sports. However, we're not achieving that much so far in Beat the Meta here. As we start in P8, we do advance it further on here. Lap 2 now, as we get into some action there. The Ferrari on the inside of the Italian Barasca in the Silvia. And we're going to look round the outside. And look at this. So they slow each other down there. And we get that done. Beautiful move. Look at my face. Look at my reaction there. Mouth wide open with shock there. Beautiful move round the outside of 2 people. My word, that was awesome. Really, really awesome. And we're still in this fight for P4 at the moment. We're only 2.8 seconds off the lead as well. Keep that in mind here. Is this a chance to beat the meta? That is the question as we head down towards this hairpin then. And I'm going to try and get sneak here. Try and go around the outside. This wasn't really on, to be honest with you. So the Italian pushing me out wide there, that's not his fault. That's purely on me trying to go for a space that wasn't really there. So that's all good there. Baraska, we continue on racing with the Ferrari, the French driver in the Ferrari then. Through the left we go. Where do we go here? Remember, we're about to hit that 6th gear. The Silvia not so good in it. And where are we going to go? Once again, I'm going to just fall foul here to the Viper bump draft there. So I just give the Ferrari a bit of a bump draft, not realizing how big that front end is on the Viper. It's a very long front end, isn't it? It really is. As we go through that left-hander then, they're still side by side up ahead. And that lead is down to 2.5 seconds now to P1. So, you know, there's every chance here. As long as these two don't slow each other down too much, every chance we could go for the victory here then. As we're on lap number 3. In towards the right-hander we go. Accelerating out of there. You may have noticed some gear changes. So on the first couple of races, you'll notice I was using 4th gear on a few corners. I'm now using 3rd gear, trying to use those revs a little bit more in the Viper, and it allows it to turn a bit better actually. Oh, there's a punt there by the French driver on the Silvia, and once again it's round the outside for Tidge. Look at that, 2 more positions gained. Happy days indeed. We'll take that as we look ahead now. P4 in the distance as we go through the... Oh, hello. Say P4's in the distance. We're about to get P4 there. That was the leader there. The leader was off. No idea what happened to them, but we'll take that. Up into P4 we go. We advance towards the final lap then, where we're going to finish in P4. Only 1.3 seconds. Yeah, fastest lap as well. Excellent. Okay. As you hear, fastest lap there is definitely on. 1.3 seconds from the leader. That is pretty awesome, in my opinion. We're definitely on here for Beat the Meta as we now get down to 132.3 in race number 5 in terms of the Viper as we start with a rolling start. Now, I do want you to focus a little bit on that rear view mirror this time. Notice how the car, the Silvia, drops off. The Viper seems very good at low gear shift pulls. Okay, so 2nd, 3rd gear, it seems very good there. That's something to keep in mind in the future if you ever go to a circuit where you've got those 2nd, 3rd gear pulls with very long straights as well. Now, I couldn't think of a circuit that came to mind. However, they definitely do exist, and you know, when I have another look at it, I will let you know. The Viper definitely going to be strong at a couple of races, that is for sure, as we head in to the left-hander then. And through we go. Oh, they're having a look down the inside there was Ali Holmes. Not going to quite work so far as we continue on. Now, in terms of that 132.3, by the way, there is a 0.2 or a 0.1 available in the Viper. I can't see 31s in the Viper. So it's definitely slower than Silvia in practice. Now, if you go back to the previous Beat the Meta video with the Audi TT, you will have noted there that I also said about the BOP being very different in terms of time trial to the race. Same thing here. In the race spec, the race trim, the Viper's much better than it is in time trial. The Silvia just seems to dominate the time trial for some reason. Not sure why. But we managed to defend P4 there around the outside from Ali Holmes as they chucked it on the inside here. As we've got Super GT's other cousin here, apparently, 87. Is there 87 Super GTs? I have no idea. Oh, R4M, I'm looking for your application, my friend. That was a big old ram to the Greek here. And we're behind, and once again, we can't really go anywhere. So it's just a case of a bump draft and go here as we look into nearly go 3 wide. In fact, we are 3 wide now. Looking at that radar, look at this. It's Silvia versus Viper as we go into that 5th gear. One of them is dropping off here. Not sure who that is. That's actually Ali Holmes then as we head in down towards the hairpin then. And looking to slow it down. Super GT there. Just broke a bit too early, I think. And just runs the Greek out wide there. The Greek, I'm guessing he's going to be a little bit fuming at this moment in time. A little bit of a punt. I actually got a 0.5 second penalty because of that punt, actually. Going a bit too wide there when they got hit early on. I'm amazed they've got rid of that, actually, where you get hit and you don't get a penalty. Oh, Super GT 87 going very close to barrier then as we head towards turn 1. But it used to be that if you got hit and went track limit, you never got a penalty. It seems that's disappeared now as we head into the left-hander. The Greek's got a bit deep. Oh, a bit of a bump behind as well. We'll take 1, 2, and can we get 3 positions? In fact, no, we're already ahead of Ali Holmes, weren't we? We've got 1 position. Anyway, can we get 2 positions? Although the Greek has a penalty, so maybe it's worth waiting. And that is exactly what I do here. I wait for the Greek to take the penalty. Notice there how they don't change their line They're committed to that left-hand side. They're staying offline. They're not going to move because they know they're ghosted. If they unghost and then get hit, it's going to cause carnage. Ali Holmes looking down that inside then. This is a brilliant race so far between me and those Silvias behind, with the Greek there, Dementizes and Super GT. Apologies for butchering that name. I need to learn Greek. I'm going on holiday in a few weeks to Cyprus. But here we go, lap number 4. Same situation again with Ali Holmes in my rear view mirror there. Goes towards that right-hand side then. Looking to get the move done here as we head down towards the hairpin once again. And here we go. On the brakes I go. Are we going to get it stopped? We do just barely that side-by-side action. Leave plenty of space on the exit. It's still my position for now, P2. Gr.3 has gone at this moment in time with all this fighting. 4.6 seconds ahead to him. I'm not sure it's going to be beat the meta now unless something goes very wrong for Gr.3 as we got the Silvia there. Oh, bump draft. Didn't get it quite right there. They must be on bumper cam like me. Just got it slightly wrong here as we continue towards turn 1. So I can see they're side by side. So I take that racing line at this moment in time. Let them to continue to fight here. And that gives me the opportunity to take a full racing line and full speed around this left-hander then. As we continue on out. Are we breaking that gap? It's 3.5 tenths. While we advance towards the back straight then. It's down under 3 tenths. Down under 2 tenths now. As Ali Holmes is approaching my rear view once again. We've also got the white Silvia in there as well. Oh, got Gr.3 there going slow in the distance. As we head into the hairpin, once again, slowing it down, side-by-side action. We leave that corner exit out there. And oh, no, Ali Holmes! Oh, no! Spins up those rear wheels and goes for a spin, meeting defense. However, we're once again 1.5 seconds off the lead, so it's not quite off. It's not. It is quite on here. It's not off, is what I was trying to say there. As we've got a few A-pluses in there as well. So we go to race number 6. I'm going for the dance, the lucky dance here. And you see I'm starting P2 here with Stokey Ben in P1 then. As we have a look at the Viper. It looks good, doesn't it? It looks like the old Team Eureka Viper. Oh, what a Viper that was. Right, let's get ready, folks. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe. We're going to beat every single car this year. Gr.3 and Gr.4. That's the idea of beat the meta. We have to beat every single car at least once. And it's the Viper's turn this week. Sometimes we'll do 2 in a week. Well, let's see here versus Stokey Ben as we head towards turn 1 then. I sort of outbrake myself a little bit here, but Stokey Ben understeers through the corner. So I'm going to go for a little bit of a cutback here. Try and get the run off the corner then. Side by side, up the hill we go. And in towards that left and then the right. We're going to have to leave some room here as we go into it. Oh, beautiful side-by-side action. We brake, use a lot of that left-hand curb. Through the right we go. And we're up into P1, ladies and gentlemen. P1, here we are. The goal and the aim now is, can we keep it? And that is also the question. Can we keep it? Well, we advance to the final lap here then. I've been putting in the laps. Look at the right-hand side. Consistency is there. That is for sure. As we head into the braking zone then. Stokey Ben looking. Oh, gets very close to my rear view mirror. Going to leave that corner then. And as we leave that, it's guaranteed now, folks. We are going to beat the meta here. Beating the Silvia here in the Dodge Viper. We've finally done it then. Getting P1. And they are A+. There was actually another A+ who left in that race. So there are 2 A+ drivers in there. So it counts. We did beat the meta. And that time is a pretty decent time as well. 7:53 in terms of daily race B time. So now you're probably wondering, what's this? This is new to beat the meta, isn't it? Well, I've had a lot of requests for this, folks. And the question as well is, what Gr.4 car am I going to use next when it's a Gr.4 beat the meta? So here you have the ones we have won here. The Bugatti, Citroen, Dodge, Ferrari, Ford, Lamborghini, Lexus, Nissan, Porsche, and Toyota there. All have been won in Gr.4. All the cars are listed here. So any car that doesn't have a position, we haven't done yet. So Audi TT, 3rd there. That's the highest we've got. So we do need to do that again. Is there a car there that you'd like to see me use next? Let me know in the comments there. You can see all the manufacturers, all the Gr.4 cars here. And I am going to win at least once in every single car. Or that is the goal at least. As we go to, you know, the Mazda Attendant, the McLaren, the SLS is there. When the Nissan Silvia isn't the meta car, we have to use that. Obviously, we can't use it as it's the meta car at the moment. Subaru used to be the meta, of course. We've got the Toyota Supra there. I might have done some of these already. I need to double check this list, actually, but I'm pretty sure I haven't. And then we've got the Volkswagen Scirocco. 32 cars to beat the meta with. Which car am I going to do next? I can't pick any of the top 10, but that does leave 22 cars still to go. Do let me know in the comments, and that is going to be it for this video, folks. I do hope you've enjoyed this Beat the Meta. It was absolutely fantastic to do. Good fun races in there as well. I skipped over one race just because I only show you the best of the best in terms of the races, and sometimes if I have too many races, I can't show them all. Anyway, that is it for me. There are going to be 2 videos for you there to check out. My logo's there to subscribe to the channel. And once again, do give it a like on the way out. Thank you once again for watching. And I do hope to see you in another video or live stream again very soon.